Okay, so back in the saddle here. Just continue on. So we've got just over a mile to go in our journey, and this is where things get really kind of boring, if I can use that word. Another telegraph pole right here, and I think really that's about it for telegraph poles, and really about it for anything to see, because there's not anything. So there's going to be a lot of me zooming you ahead. Until we actually get something worthwhile to take a look at. So you can just enjoy the beautiful spring weather and the beautiful grade here. It is kind of nice to see. Culvert here, but I don't think there's a milepost. I think there's one right up here that has some marker on it. And then we'll start zooming a bit. Where is she? There's the culvert. There's the marker. You can see that some of the buds are starting to come out on the trees already, and the snow just went away. 152.18. So again, mileage on the Kinghorn. The original line's 102.48. All right, let's go. Let's wheel, as the kids in school would say. This is one of the few curves on the line here, in this section. Metal bucket, usually. Oh, I didn't even see that. I was looking at the bucket, and then I saw the partridge. Yeah, those metal buckets, back in the old days, spikes used to come in kegs, wooden kegs, and then eventually they started coming in buckets, but I think they still called them kegs or spikes. All right, let's just motor along here. So here you can see just passed over a creek, and no marker again, no indication of mileage or anything like that. So the only thing you see in this area is some old discarded ties. That's about it. Okay, so here's one of the few features coming up here in this area. Actually, go through a little cut. All right, so here we're coming through this cutting. Again, this is the only cutting in this section here. See, there's a little bit of rock work. It's a little rock cut that's coming up just over here. Luna's starting to get tired. All right, so one of the few features in this section here is we actually have a little rock cut. Not particularly big, not particularly high. All right, so pass through this rock cut here. We're almost done our hike. Right up here, just before we get to that road that you can see up ahead, is where milepost 153 should have been, but yet again, nothing to be seen. No milepost marker. There is a culvert that crosses under here, but there's no marker on the culvert, so I'm just sort of going on the assumption that the culvert is milepost 153. And even up here, as we get closer to the road here, this is Meyers Road. It's one of the access roads in the area, and again, no flanger sign. I looked and I looked and I looked, but there's no sign. So I want to pause here for a second, because what I'm going to do is just to show you how much things have changed in the last week or so, and we can basically see the grade here. I'm going to flash up a picture that I took 2 weeks ago. So 2 weeks ago today, I was here, and you'll basically see what the grade looks like with all the snow on it. So pretty remarkable transformation in a very, very short period of time. Okay, let's cross the road here. So here we have a mileage check. Sorry, I'm just looking if there's anything that jumps out at me over here. So you can see the mileage, so 153.08. Again, that's the mileage on the Kinghorn. So for the original lines, that would have been 53.38. Okay, so we got to go just a little bit farther here. Again, just taking a look and see if I see a flanger sign. Anything hiding up in the trees here? Anything on the ground? Niente. So we just have to go just a little ways up here to where there's a creek. And that'll take us to the end of our exploration in this area. Going through away some shingles. No telegraph poles through here, right? It just like it abruptly just ends, and then you don't see one again. So I don't know sort of what's up with that. Okay, so we're here at the end of our exploration. So we have a creek crossing here, no milepost marker again. Modern culvert, but again, nothing overly exciting. You can see tie plate, 1956, bunch of spikes here. Okay, so the grade here continues this way to the south. eventually reaching Ancliff Station in a few miles. And hopefully you've enjoyed today's exploration. Again, not a ton of things to take a look at, but certainly some interest with the telegraph poles and things that we saw. Again, we've done this section already. This was done 2 years ago, back in the spring of 2021, so you can check out those videos. But in the meantime, we will be back as soon as we can with yet more explorations. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you soon.